Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dr. Yakubuzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Tinubu writes, National Assembly seeks approval for 1.77 trillion naira fresh borrowing. Tinubu approves Bwala Dare as co-spokespersons with Onanuga. Wike approves 70,000 naira minimum wage for FCTA staff. And on the foreign scene, Putin signs decree allowing use of nuclear arms. Now, top on what's trending, President Bola Tinubu has written to the National Assembly seeking approval of a fresh 1.767 trillion naira as a new external borrowing plan in the 2024 Appropriation Act. If approved, the loan will be used to part finance the budget deficit of 9.7 trillion naira for the 2024 budget. The President's request was read by the Speaker during plenary on Tuesday. The President has also forwarded the MTEF FSP 2025 to 2027 to Parliament and a National Social Investment Program Establishment Amendment Bill to make the Social Register the primary tool for the implementation of the federal government's social welfare programs. This is as the Central Bank of Nigeria recently said the federal government spent $3.58 billion servicing the country's foreign debt in the first 9 months of 2024. Now, responding to that, one user with the name Brown Adoyen says, "My question is, why do they keep lending these people when they've not paid outstanding debts so far?" Next reaction reads, "All the money they got from fuel subsidy removal, where are they?" And the last comment on this story, "They subject us to hardship and remove subsidy because they said Nigeria is owing. After all this, 2024 debt servicing is higher than 2023, and rather than having surplus, we are having deficit. An annual budget is on the rise. Where's all this money going to? Please let us know." Nigeria has retained its position as the third largest debtor in the World Bank's International Development Association, with its exposure climbing to $17.1 billion as of September 30, 2024. According to the World Bank's latest financial statement for the fiscal year up to September 2024, Nigeria's debt to the IDA rose by $600 million in 3 months from $16.5 billion recorded in June 2024. Newsmen earlier reported that there was a 14.4% increase between the figure for June 2024 and the $14.3 billion recorded in June 2023. The fiscal year, which ran from July 2023 to June 2024, saw the country receiving an additional $2.2 billion in loans. Next on what's trending, Sunday Dare and Daniel Bwala have been approved as co-spokesperson with Bayo Onanuga by President Bola Tinubu in a fresh shake-up of his cabinet. A statement shared by the Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, late Monday said, "There is no longer a single person as a President's spokesperson," adding that both Sunday Dare and Daniel Bwala will henceforth jointly serve in the office of the Presidency as spokespersons. Dare, who was Special Advisor on Public Communication and National Orientation, has a new designation as Special Advisor, Media and Public Communications. It further stated that Bwala, who was announced last week as Special Advisor, Media and Public Communication, is now Special Advisor of Policy Communication. The Presidency explained that the shake-up is aimed at ensuring effective and consistent communication of government policies, decisions, and engagements. In October, Tinubu sacked 5 ministers and appointed 7 new ones. The President also reassigned 10 ministers to new positions, his office said. Now, reacting to that, a user with the name Tyler wrote, "Imagine appointing 3 people to tell the same story in 3 different ways." Next comment is from one Joshua Igodalo. "The office of the spokesperson and the vice spokesperson and the assistant spokesperson. If Nigeria no surprise you, no prank fit catch you." And the last reaction from this story is from one Solar Choice. "This sudden reshuffling is perhaps a fallout of the social media backlash that greeted the appointment of Bwala, who before now was in Atiku's camp and a PDP member." Next on what's trending, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has approved the immediate payment of 70,000 naira new national minimum wage for staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA. A statement signed by the AG, head of Civil Service of the FCT, Grace Adayilo, on Monday said the approval was in a bid to ameliorate the plight of workers under the employ of the FCTA. The head of the service disclosed that the minister also granted approval for payment of 3 months arrears for all staff of the administration with effect from November 2024. And now to the reactions. The first one on this story says, how much is a bag of rice now? In Nigeria, is it not 120,000? Why should you pay 70,000 naira salary monthly? The next one is from one dossier. From Lube to FCTA in a month is 90,000 naira. And the last reaction on this story says, see life in Nigeria. 70,000 wey no fit buy one bag of Nigeria local rice. Una come to announce it as if he has done anything good to better the life of workers in Abuja. Some FCT workers spend more than 70,000 on fuel monthly just to transport themselves to work. A bag of Nigeria local rice in the market is 95,000 naira. President Bola Tinubu has hailed the creation of the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty, championed by President Luis Inácio Lula da Silva of Brazil. Tinubu described the alliance as pivotal in the global fight against hunger and poverty. He made this statement on Monday at the 19th G20 Leaders Summit opening session in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He lauded the initiative and described it as the right step to address one of the world's most significant challenges. President Tinubu compared the global initiative to one of the 8 priority areas he outlined at his inauguration 18 months ago, expressing Nigeria's eagerness to adopt international best practices to advance its economic development. According to President Tinubu, Nigeria's endorsement of the Declaration of Commitment to join the Global Alliance is a significant step in its efforts to address hunger and poverty by leveraging international cooperation and resources to bolster domestic strategies. He added that by supporting the initiative, Nigeria also demonstrates a solid commitment to realizing the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, particularly SDG 1, which focuses on eradicating poverty, and SDG 2, which aims to achieve zero hunger. Now, the first comment on this story is from a user with the name Mas_Alhaji. As long as our political leaders continue to apply Western economic policies, we'll never be a hunger-free nation. Next reaction says, Oga, put back the subsidy. Them they form like say na another thing be the matter. Now what? And the last reaction on this story reads, but hunger is biting hard in his country. Now let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time, to stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust Television. Now, Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, said 2 of the agency's staff members were recently dismissed over allegations of corruption. Olukoyede disclosed this during the opening of the 6th Annual Criminal Law Review Conference organized by the Rule of Law Development Foundation in Abuja. The EFCC chairman, who said the 2 officials were dismissed 2 weeks ago, said besides dismissal, errand workers would also be prosecuted henceforth. Now, commenting on this story, the first one is from one successful_winner. When is he dismissing himself as he pledged if he fails to arrest Yaya Bello? The next one is from one Chidi Adi. Action speaks louder than voice. Let's see action with some of the corrupt governors, not soft targets. And the next reaction says, how about the ones that collected 15 million? Have they been dismissed? Next on what's trending, Borno South Senator Ali Ndume has appealed to the upper chamber to support Ifeanyi Uba's widow to replace her late husband as a senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District. Ndume made the appeal on Tuesday, November 19th, during the valedictory session organized by the Senate in honor of the late senator. Uba, a member of the All Progressives Congress, died at the age of 52 in a London hospital after a brief illness in July. Until his death, Uba was the chairperson of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream. Kano South Senator Kawu Sumaila has since been appointed to replace him. During the valedictory service, Ndume appealed to his colleagues to allow the late Uba's widow replace her husband to continue the senator's legacies. The Borno senator reminded his colleagues that some deceased senators were succeeded by their wives and relations. He added that others became members of the upper chamber under the influence of their husbands and fathers. He appealed that this should be extended to Uba's widow. Ndume therefore appealed to his colleagues to support Uba's wife in getting her late husband's seats. Now, reacting to that, a netizen said, "Is the Senate now hereditary? Does Ufayi Uba's wife have the capacity to do all that it entails? Now, wow for this country called Nigeria. Very funny." And next reaction, "You see, that is monarchy you people are practicing, not democracy, because what happened to his closest contender in the election or a new election entirely." And the last reaction from this story, "You want an unelected candidate to replace an elected candidate? Truly, these Nigerian politicians think those political offices are their birthright that should be passed down to their generations after they are gone." And now on the foreign scene, President-elect Donald Trump on Monday confirmed plans to declare a national emergency on border security and utilize U.S. military forces for a mass deportation of undocumented migrants. The announcement came as Trump solidifies his immigration-focused agenda following his victory in the November 5th election. On his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump amplified a recent post by a conservative activist that said the president-elect was prepared to declare a national emergency and will use military assets to reverse the Biden invasion through a mass deportation program. Alongside the repost, Trump commented, "True, as reported by AFP." Now, reacting to that, someone said, "They are welcome back to Nigeria. I only wish they can select those ones that always stay online supporting bad governance in Nigeria while enjoying a working government over there and send them back here. Let them come and enjoy Nigeria with us too, since they said we are enjoying." Next comment is from one Bimbo Olamide. "Such good news. Make them come back, oh, space plenty for Nigeria." And Imagod is saying, "You wait the US without documents and you turn to travel agency on TikTok and Instagram to make us feel God is not on our side. You go relocate your head office to Nigeria. Back home better." Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday signed a decree allowing Moscow to use nuclear weapons against a non-nuclear state if it is supported by nuclear powers. The move comes on the 1,000th day of Russia's offensive on Ukraine after the United States gave Kyiv permission to use long-range missiles to strike military targets inside Russia. The new doctrine outlines that Russia will consider using nuclear weapons against a non-nuclear state if they are supported by nuclear powers. Aggression by a non-nuclear state with the participation of a nuclear state is considered as a joint attack, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters on Tuesday, a clear reference to Ukraine and its Western backers. Now, reacting to that, Paul Nelly says, "Don't blame Putin. Biden authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles to attack Russia." The next reaction says, "This is the only thing this man can boast of. He doesn't really have any military might." And the last reaction we're taking on the program today is from one Muhammad Aminu. "Russia has every right to sovereignty and to defend itself from any dominance and aggressions from the West." And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.